see properties of interhalogen compounds and their preparation and noble gases. Noble gases under the group 18th group, and another name is inert gases, and we are going to see the preparation of inert gases and uses. Rest of the lesson in PPT.
Interhalogen compound. Inter means between. Halogen means fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. So between the chlorine, bromine, iodine, the compounds are formed means that is called as interhalogen compounds. Here the electronegativity difference is given. Fluorine has more electronegativity than chlorine, bromine, iodine. Then chlorine is more than bromine, iodine, and bromine is more than iodine. So there are 4 types in interhalogen compounds: AB type, AB3 type, AB5 type, AB7 type. In that one, A compound has less electronegative element and B has a more electronegative element. See the AB type, chlorine and fluorine. First of all, chlorine is written. Chlorine is less electronegative element, fluorine is most one. So first 3 compounds, ClBf, BrF and IF, that is chlorofluoride, bromofluoride, iodofluoride. The next one, 2 chlorine compound, that is bromine is less electronegative element and chlorine is more, and iodine is less, chlorine is more. So bromochloride, iodochloride. The next one, only one compound for bromine, iodobromide. The same way in AB3, AB5, AB7. Properties of interhalogen compounds. The size of atom, which one is having large one, they act as a central atom. And interhalogen compounds, it is occurred between 2 halogens. More than 2 halogens is not form the interhalogen compounds. And the fluorine has a small size. You see that in atomic size, which one is having small size? Fluorine alone having small size. So it cannot act as a central atom. Then fourth point, the electronegativity difference also I gave. Here, which one is having more electronegativity? Fluorine only having more electronegativity, and size of the fluorine is very small, so that it helps to central atom to attain high coordination number. And fifth point, it undergo autoionization. First example, iodochloride. I split the iodochloride as I plus Cl minus. The Cl minus is attracted by another iodochloride, so that it gives ICl2 minus and another ICI plus. Then in iodine trichloride, the first one split into ICl2 plus and Cl minus. The Cl minus is attracted by another mole of iodine trichloride. It gives ICl4 minus and along with that ICl2 plus. And sixth point, the interhalogen compounds, it oxidizes the other elements so that they are act as a strong oxidizing agents. Interhalogen compounds reacted with the alkali. Which one is larger atom, that is form oxyhalogen, and smaller atom form halide. First example, bromine pentachloride. Here the smaller one is fluorine and larger one is bromine. Then I split it into Br plus and 5F minus. The Br plus attracted by 3 oxygen from OH minus, it form bromate ion, that is oxyhalogen. The next one F minus, that is called as fluoride ion, that is halide. The next example, iodine chloride. Here the smaller one is fluorine atom and larger is iodine atom. I splitted iodine chloride as I plus Cl minus, and I plus attract the O minus from the OH minus, and it form hypoiodate ion, that is it is a oxyhalogen. The next one Cl minus, that is chloride ion, it is form a halide. The next one, we are going to see the structure of interhalogen compound. First type, AX type, the hybridization is sp3. See the example, I give one structure, fluorine and iodine. That fluorine, between fluorine and iodine there is one bonded pair, and iodine possesses 3 lone pair, and bonded between the lone pair and then three lone pair and bonded pair, it repels with each other, so that we are getting a linear structure. We already studied in our VSEPR theory. in our 11th standard. The next one, AX3 type. In AX3 type, see the structure in iodine trifluoride. Here iodine contain 2 lone pair, and then around that we have 3 bonded pair with the fluorine. So it got T shape and hybridization is sp3d. The next type is AX5 type. See the structure in near that iodine pentafluoride. Iodine contain 1 lone pair, and around that it contains 5 bonded pair with the fluorine, and it has the structure square pyramidal. The next one, AX7 type. In that one, see the structure iodine heptafluoride. Around the iodine 7 bonded pair is containing, there is no lone pair, and structure of this compound is pentagonal bipyramidal, and hybridization it possesses sp3d3. Oxides of halogen. Halogens reacted with the oxygen gives the oxide. Fluorine readily reacts with the oxygen, but other halogen do not react readily with the oxygen, but we can produce the oxides of halogen of others with some indirect method. The fluorine, it has the negative oxidation state, but other halogens, chlorine, bromine, iodine, they have positive oxidation state. You see the positive oxidation state in the table. In that one, fluorine alone, there is no positive oxidation state, so that they put the gap in between that. Now first see the table. In the table, the fluorine, there is no positive oxidation state, so that it is given in other column OF2. Here the fluorine, all the 3 compounds, the fluorine oxidation state is -1, so they given in the bracket. First difluorine oxide, difluorine dioxide, and tetraoxygen trifluoride. These 3 compounds is formed by fluorine. The next chlorine. Chlorine, first type X2O. Here Cl2O dichlorine monoxide. The oxidation state of chlorine is +1. We know very well how to find out the oxidation state of the underlined atom. We have studied in our 11th standard. The same way in XO2, ClO2, chlorine dioxide. Here oxidation state of chlorine is +4. There is no +5 oxidation state of chlorine and then bromine. The same way in bromine also we have X2O and XO2 type, and after that there is no XO3, X2O6, X2O7 type for bromine, but we have chlorine for that X2O6, that is Cl2O6, and X2O7 Cl2O7. Cl2O6 is called as chloryl perchlorate, and Cl2O7 is called as dichlorine heptaoxide. In both the one, oxidation state is +6, +7 respectively. And other Cl2O4, the chlorine perchlorate. Here the oxidation state of chlorine is +4. And bromine we already seen. And iodine, there is only one type, diiodine pentaoxide, but it is different with that XO3, but the oxidation number we are getting for iodine is +5, so that it is given in the third column for iodine. And there is no other types in the iodine. And other column they given tetraiodine nanooxide, that is I4O9, and iodosyl iodate I2O4. Here the iodine oxidation number is +4. Next, oxo acids of halogen. See the table. First column fluorine, common name for F is fluorine, and HOX. In this type HOF we are having, that is hybofluorous acid. Then other type we never getting from fluorine. The next chlorine, HOCl, hybochlorous acid. Here the chlorine oxidation number is +1. The next one, HClO2, that is name is chlorous acid. Here the chlorine oxidation number is +3. HClO3, that is chloric acid. The oxidation number of chlorine here is +5. HClO4, the name of this acid is perchloric acid, and oxidation number for chlorine is +7. And bromine, there is HOBr, that is hypobromous acid. There is no bromous acid. And then HBrO3, that is boric acid. HBrO4, perboric acid. And iodine, HOI, that is hypoiodo acid. Next, there is no iodous acid. Next, HiO3 iodic acid, HiO4 is a periodic acid. And then the oxidation power of oxo acid is given in red color box. See that the oxidation power for hypoalous acid is having greater power than halous acid, halic acid, and then perhalic acid. Group 18 element, name for that one is inert gases. They occurred as gases in our atmosphere. Then in group 5, the atomic radius and boiling point increases from helium to radon, and first ionization also decreases from helium to radon. And among the period wise, you see that the noble gases have the largest ionization energy when compared to the other element in the period wise, and they are very extremely stable because they have more 8 electrons in their outer orbit, and they have no small tendency to gain or lose electrons, so that extremely stable. Then isotopes, you see that in the column and last column, for neon only one isotope is there, argon only one, krypton and xenon also only one isotope, but in radon there is 3 isotopes are present. Physical properties of noble gases. From the gases we know that it is a gas and it is a monoatomic, odorless, colorless, tasteless, and also it possesses non-inflammable character, and they are highly unreactive and non-metallic in nature. Then chemical properties, now only we said that it is highly unreactive one. Among the helium, neon, argon, the xenon and krypton having some chemical reactivity. Now we are going to learn the xenon compound. First one, the xenon fluoride. Xenon form a fluoride compound with fluorine. You see that there is 3 compound. One is xenon difluoride, xenon tetrafluoride, xenon hexafluoride. You just combine the xenon with the fluorine in different condition. In first condition, nickel with 400 degrees Celsius, it gives xenon difluoride. And next one, when the xenon with 2 moles of fluorine in presence of nickel boracetone and 400 degrees Celsius, it gives xenon tetrafluoride. And xenon with 3 moles of fluorine, nickel 200 atmosphere and 400 degrees Celsius, it gives xenon hexafluoride. Now the xenon hexafluoride is heated in sealed quartz vessel. What is quartz means? Silica. Silica formula SiO2. It under 50 degrees Celsius, it gives xenon oxyfluoride, that is XeO4, and SiF4 means silicon tetrafluoride. Then the reaction is if continued, means again and again the silica will react with the product. See that what product we are getting. First one, xenon oxyfluoride. The xenon oxyfluoride reacted with the silica gives xenon dioxide difluoride, that is XeO2F2 with the silicon tetrafluoride. Then the product again, the xenon dioxide difluoride again reacted with the silica SiO2 gives xenon trioxide XeO3 with the SiF4. Xenon hexafluoride, when it react with the water, it undergo hydrolysis reaction and gives xenon trioxide along with the 6 moles of hydrogen fluoride. Then xenon hexafluoride, it can undergo hydrolysis with the sodium hydroxide also. It gives xenon perxanthate Na4XeO6. Name is xenon perxanthate. Along with that we get xenon oxygen, 12 moles of sodium fluoride and 8 moles of water. Here the xenon perxanthate, it oxidizes the other elements, other compounds or elements, so that it is have the strong oxidizing property. Now see that, let's see that for that example. Perxanthate ion, when it is added with the manganese compound in presence of acid, it oxidizes the manganese 2+2 permanganate MnO4 minus. The manganese is added with the oxygen with the help of perxanthate ion, so that the perxanthate is called as strong oxidizing element. And along with the permanganate ion we are getting xenon trioxide and then 7 moles of water. Then we are going to now see the some addition compound with the xenon and then xenon compounds. First, xenon reacts with the platinum hexafluoride. It gives orange yellow solid. The name of that compound is xenon hexafluoroplatinate XePtF6, and it is insoluble in carbon tetrachloride. The next one, xenon difluoride. Xenon difluoride, when it reacts with 2 moles of antimony pentafluoride, it gives XeF2,2SbF5. And also the xenon difluoride, when it reacted with 2 moles of tantalum pentafluoride, it gives XeF2,2TaF5. Then xenon hexafluoride, it forms the compound with boron and alkali metal. Example is given, xenon hexafluoride and 1 mole of boron trifluoride. And the same way, xenon hexafluoride, Mf means, what is M means? Alkali metal. Alkali we know very well, lithium, sodium, like and all. That is first group elements of periodic table. The next one, so far we studied xenon fluoride compound. There is some compounds in xenon dichloride, that is XeCl2 also we are having. The next one, so far we studied xenon compound. Now krypton difluoride we obtained by direct combination of krypton and fluorine. When it is passed through electric discharges at 183 degrees Celsius, we get krypton difluoride. Or another way, when the krypton and fluorine are irradiated with antimony pentafluoride, it form krypton difluoride along with 2 moles of antimony trifluoride as a addition compound. After we separate the krypton difluoride from antimony trifluoride. We are going to see the compounds of xenon fluoride and then structure. First one, XeF2, hybridation sp3d, and it has the linear structure. See the structure there. Xenon possesses 3 lone pair and then 2 bonded pair. Then 2 bonded pair, it have the structure linear structure. And XeF4, hybridation sp3d2, it possesses square planar structures, xenon having 2 lone pair along with 4 bonded pair with fluorine. And xenon hexafluoride, hybridation sp3d3 for the distorted octahedron. In that xenon having 1 lone pair and then it possesses 6 bonded pair, so that it possesses the distorted octahedral structure. And XeOF2, here the hybridation is sp3d. It possesses T-shaped structure in the last one. Here the xenon having 2 lone pair and then it form 2 double bond with oxygen and single bond with 2 fluorine, so it give the shape T shape. Next one, XeOF4, hybridation is sp3d2. Here it possesses a square pyramidal. See that XeOF4 square pyramidal structure, xenon having 1 lone pair and it possesses double bond with oxygen and single bond with 4 fluorine and gives the square pyramidal structure. And XeO3, in that XeO3 it possesses the hybridation sp3, and see the structure that Xe form 3 double bond with 3 oxygen and it possesses 1 lone pair, and then the lone pair alone it gives the pyramidal structure for xenon trioxide. The next one more structure is given in that one. See that XeO2F2, that is xenon dioxygen difluoride. The structure is trigonal bipyramidal, hybridation sp3d. Here xenon having 1 lone pair and then it forms 2 double bond with oxygen and single bond with 2 fluorine. And uses of noble gases, first one, helium oxygen mixture is used in by the divers while swimming instead of air plus oxygen mixture, because it prevents the one dangerous condition that is called as bends. It formed by innervous nerves, that is now prevented with the help of helium and oxygen mixture. In previous day they used air plus oxygen mixture. Now they are using helium and oxygen mixture. The second one, helium provide the inert atmosphere in the place of welding of metal, electric arc welding of metal. Third uses the helium having low boiling point, so that we are using in cryogenic. What is cryogenic means? Low temperature substance or process. Low temperature process is called as cryogenic. And fourth one, it has the less denser than air, which one? Helium, so that we are using in filling air balloons. Uses of other noble gases. Neon. First, neon is used in high advertisement because it gives a brilliant red glow when it is passed through the electric current under low pressure. The next one, argon. It prevents the oxidation in hot filament, so that it prolongs the life of filament bulbs. Next, krypton. It is used in fluorescent bulb. What is that means? We are ordinarily using in our home, that is called as fluorescent bulb. And flash bulb. Flash bulb, it is used in camera. Next one, that krypton, when it is used with light, the krypton gas is when filled with the lamp, it used as a approaching light in airport because it penetrate the dense fog also. The light penetrate dense fog also. Next one, xenon. Likewise krypton, xenon also used in fluorescent bulb, flash bulb and laser. And the xenon emits a intense light in discharge tube instantly only, so that it is used in high speed electronic flash bulb in photographer by the photographer. Next one, radon. Radon is a radioactive and it is a source of gamma rays, and it destroy the malignant. What is the malignant means? Cancer growth, by using the radon gas in a small capsule. That capsule, when it is implemented in body, it destroy the cancer growth.